Complex, home of the BFA Comets, for tonight's BFA semifinal game with the visiting South Burlington Seawolves. Please remember, there is no smoking anywhere on school grounds. Students are reminded that they must stay in the building during the game or lose their ability to re-enter the contest once they leave. BFA and the opponents tonight, South Burlington, remind participants and spectators of the requirement to behave in a respectful manner. Sportsmanship and safe play environments are the top priorities for all Vermont school-sponsored activities. This is especially true with respect to a person's race, gender, sexual orientation, religion, national origin, ethnic differences, or disability. Any violation in the game or in the stands may result in game stoppage, ejections, or forfeits. Let's work together to ensure a positive, supportive, and healthy learning environment for everyone involved. We hope you enjoy the game tonight. The starting lineup for the South Burlington Wolves. Starting lineup for Wolves. Number 1, Taylor Block. Starting at defense. Number 13, Kylie Burke. Starting at defense. Number 2, Annika Harrison. Starting at center. Number 4, Sabrina Monet. Starting at forward. Number 9, Ava Gerstner. Starting at forward. Number 12, Bella Gordon. And South Burlington Wolves head coach is Courtney Barrett. And for your hometown BFA Comets. And the athletic trainer is Megan Bogota. Please remove your hats and helmets for our national anthem.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's Dave Jackson coming to you from the Collins Pearly Sports Center Complex, alongside Joe Severy.
How's it going tonight?
Wonderful, Joe. So happy to have you back up here.
Yeah, I've been on hiatus here the last couple weeks.
Well, we're gonna make sure you're healthy in a good spot, and we're gonna be ready for between periods. That's the most important day because that's when we get Mr.
Corey Cushing.
Corey Cushing show.
Yep.
Hopefully
he'll come out and give us his attendance on moving the nets and doing his little moonwalk like last game.
Yeah. Well, here we are. We got the Comets facing off against the South Burlington Wolves, both coming in with matching or near identical records. Comets are 16-3-2. The Wolves are 16-4-1.
So we have the 1 seed as the Comets and the 4 seed as the Wolves.
And that's a very sneaky 4 seed. These guys are, and both teams have great goaltending. Tremendous offense coming out of number 4, Sabrina Bernay, and 17, Hadi Ahmed for the Wolves. But we've got a few of our own up the sleeves.
Ray Alexander wins the face-off.
Again, I think she was perfect against Rutland. Puck is into the zone. Riley Richards picking it up behind the net. Pressured by Sabrina Bernay. Bernay picks it up off the wall, throws it out front, and it's going to be picked up by Lily Ferraro. Ferraro gets poke checked at center ice by Kylie Burke. You've got a couple Comets doing battle over there with number 12 for the Wolves, Bella Gordon.
Here comes Alexander in the zone.
Throwing one in on Tobrock. Taylor Tobrock with a leg save, kicks it off to the side. Lily Ferraro over there doing battle with 2 Wolves, and coming out with Sabrina Bernay. Makes a little move in the blue line, clears up some space. Bernay will have some long shifts, Joe. You'll see her out here for 2 or 3 minute shifts. So Richards with the puck, hits Jarvis streaking across the middle, and here goes Bree into the blue line, pulls it through one defenseman, loses the puck to the corner, but chases it down. Turns around, trying to get it back to the defense, loses it off her stick.
South Burlington looks like they're going to be physical on Bree. They look like they're going to try to do whatever they can to put her in the boards.
Yeah, they're every team we've faced in the last half of the year, they've had 2 to 3 players on her. There's not a lot of room, so once Bree can free the space up by getting rid of that puck and maybe coming back to it, we'll see what happens today. But she really wants this game. Pop back out in the front, goes past a bunch of bodies, and it's going to be picked up by number 18.
Gabby Frates.
New jerseys for the Comets, folks. So you can't blame the numbers because they're bright and they stick right out.
They do. I can actually read them from up here.
Beautiful old school numbers. I mean, picked up by Hadi Ahmed off sidewall, trying to get it out, but Amber Paquette's pinching her in, keeping it there, and here comes Ray Alexander.
You know what's old school is the BFA diagonal.
Yes, yeah, just like when I had back in the day when I played.
Back in the 70s?
Mid 80s. Mid. Oh, here comes. I'm trying to get the number on that. It gets pinched on the wall by Emma Castor. Great job by Emma to keep it in, but now it comes out, and there comes. Sabrina Bernay makes a move, loses the puck off her own stick, but Jillian Smith is there to keep it off into the corner. Shoots back out to the front. Castor keeps it out of the way, pushes it back to the corner, picked up by Alexander. Wheels around, steps past Bernay, taps it up to Amber Paquette. Amber crosses the red line, and inside the blue line, makes one little move on the defenseman, loses the puck, pulls it back in. Kylie Burke does a good job staying with her. Now here comes Burke up ice with the puck. Mia Delory meets her and keeps it in, but now it pops out. Amber Castor throws it in, and BFA's got to reset. Picked up by Burke behind the net. Coming up ice, she hits Bernay right in the middle. Ooh. Met by Kate Storms, just to slow her up a little bit, but good back checking by Addie Parent. Puck goes into the corner behind the Bobwhite goal line, or Comet goal line, excuse me. Now it's back out. Kylie Burke throws one in. Montgomery goes wide. Picked up by Jillian Matthews. Chips it around Sabrina Bernay. Up the boards to Mia Delory. Back to Matthews. Matthews goes around past Addie Parent looking for Storms. It's going to be picked up by Brunei. He's going to dive back into the Comet zone. Turns and throws it back to Burke on the blue line. Burke throws a wrist shot in off a couple bounces. He goes wide. And there is Matthews doing battle with, no, that's Arlie Richards, excuse me, doing battle with Sabrina Bernay. Goes back behind the Comet net, picked up by Kate Storms on the far side. Gets out of the zone. Matthews
still
up there
fighting for it, right at the red line.
Good job by Kate trying to tear up some bodies. Still some help comes, and here comes Callie Cushion. Taps it over towards Jarvis, gets behind Jarvis, but heads in the right direction. Picked up by Cushion again. Cushion goes across the blue line, takes a shot, hits off Tobrock's chest, comes right back out. Cushion picks up the rebound and takes another shot, but deflected to the corner. Pressured by Jarvis, picked back up by, I'm trying to see who that is with her. That's Gabby Frates. Sent back in by Matthews. Cushion trying to get it behind the net, gets past her. South Burlington's going to fling it back up. Looking across ice, but intercepted by Cushing at the blue line. But pass intended for Ahmed. Shot by Jarvis wide. Goes behind the net, picked up by Gabby Frates, pressured by Ahmed.
Good battle in the corners, getting physical.
My crafty partner looking at the computer, smart man.
Hey, if you can't look over everybody's shoulder, you must well use this computer to your advantage.
That's our dead corner. South Burlington coming up ice with the puck, now crosses the blue line. You got Alexander there, pressure, and pass goes to Ahmed. Ahmed throws it into a body to the corner. Chased down by Jillian Matthews, and it chips back up ice. And
Harley Richards blocked that, and I think her mouth guard went flying.
Yeah, they don't tend to stay in. Ferrero whiffs on it, but Alexander picks it up, takes a shot towards the line. Nice shot, bouncing puck, almost evaded Tobrock, but she gets a leg pad to the corner. To Castor on the blue line, throws it back in behind the net. Kylie Burke with the puck now, pressured by Paquette. Burke trying to go out the other way and met by Ferraro. And now Alexander. Hadi Ahmed with a puck, sauces it over. She's looking to get Brunei at center ice. It tipped it past Brunei. Looks like that was number 9. Now up to Brunei, but lost inside the blue line. The Comets throw back out, picked up by Kylie Burke at center ice. Taps it over to another Wolf. Takes a weak shot towards Montgomery. Montgomery gloves it into her own, or sticks it into her own glove for the save. Eva Hirschberg was out there on the ice on 9, and who threw the puck up to Sabrina Brunei. Face-off is going to be to Montgomery's left. Fast-moving game.
It is. It's been fast-moving. Not a lot of hard shots. A couple maybe for each side. No real big test for the goaltenders yet.
It's that bouncing puck that scares me.
Yeah.
Richards behind the net, pressured by Ahmed. It's gonna be, Jarvis gives her help, comes around the net with a puck. Got a little steam. She's separating. Great job by number 7, Reese Gordon, keeping the puck in the Comet zone. Poking it off Jarvis' stick, but it comes back out. Cushion to Jarvis. Jarvis crosses the blue line, cuts in, looking to set that over to Gabby Frades, but it's hit off a skate and goes to the corner. Back out to the blue line, thrown in by Matthews.
Callie keeping it in, keeping the pressure on. Nice little poke check.
Great job of that intermediate zone before the blue line, and the Comets are just fighting to keep that puck in zone. Here's Ahmed with the puck crosses the blue line, takes a shot, deflected off of Bree Jarvis's back checking stick. Thrown back out of the zone by Cushion. Kylie Burke stops it wrong side blue line, so the Wolves have to reset. She throws it in. It's going to be picked up by Matthews behind the net, pressured by Hirschberg.
Offsides.
Hirschberg wasn't resetting. She showed no intention to come back and clear at the blue line, so they called the offsides. So you're going to have Brunei and Hirschberg. I can't see the number on the far side for the Wolves. The Comets have to send a couple back to the bench on that change. They'd already put their hand up. You get Jillian Smith and Marley Johnson on the blue line. Braylon Fitzgerald will go take the face off with Addie Parent moving back to the wing. Won by Fitzgerald. Pushed over to Lanfear. Lanfear throws it into the Wolves zone right on Tobrock. Now Lanfear with the puck in the corner. Pressured by Kylie Burke. Kylie Burke's been on the ice a lot on D. And here you got Addie Parent down the corner with it. Trying to tip it back to the D and whiffed on it, but it's still right in the middle, and it's coming out of the zone. Hirschberg.
Fitzgerald on it.
Now you got Sabrina picking up, but poke check by Lanfear, taking off one of the strongest players in the state. Good job by Haley. No fear of that freshman stepping into that senior. Dumps it in. Comets will do a line change. Puck is sent back up middle. They're looking for Brunei. That's their home run pass. They're going to get that puck to 4 all day long.
It looked like she's been out there for a little while. She was tired. She didn't really stretch for that pass.
You look at Hadi Ahmed now. She's coming out. She just pulled her stick up off her leg pad. She's 8 minutes left in the first period, and they're gassed. But this is how they played all year, so they're conditioned for it. Alexander on the draw. Pushes it through. Just behind the net. Picked up by South Burlington. Throwing it around. It's going to come up to the blue line. Kept in by McGinn. Mara McGinn does a nice job throwing a puck down low. Block, but now we got number 7 for Reese Gordon for the Wolves. Picking the puck, going around behind the net. Pressured by Paquette. Paquette takes her off the puck. Alexander picks up the loose puck and goes deep back in the corner. Trying to throw it around the net, and here's Lily Ferraro meeting the Wolf player trying to come out with it. Alexander gets taken down, a little stick to the ankle, no call. Puck is cleared out. Castor has it. She's going to throw it deep. Comets clear. Come back at it. Lily Ferraro is right there at the blue line. Great job. The girls have great presence on
They are keeping the pressure on at the blue line when South Burlington's trying to come out.
Now you got Paquette over there doing battle with number 7, Gordon from the Wolves. Comes back off McGinn's stick to Castor. Castor throws it in the Wolves zone, throwing it up ice looking for Ahmed. Comes off her stick, goes back towards the
She's
Wolves
having
zone.
some bad luck. Every puck's like hitting her in the shin pads or in the skates.
That's a dangerous player. She can make a lot happen off any part of her body. That she's very good. Now she loses her stick. She's getting a little frustrated. Hands came up on that as well. There's Brunei right there battling with Jarvis and Ferraro, but Jarvis wins that and comes into the zone. She's got a little chance here. Makes a move, takes a fire, right into the glove of Tobrock.
Hit her right square in the chest. But if she could have that one back, she'd probably go.
That's one of those
corner
where you want to look left or look right. You got Callie Cushion wide open.
Yeah, no, most definitely. And not taking away from Bree's skill or any of her line mate skills, but Bree's got to break that out and you start using your line mates a little bit more, especially when she's creating such traffic on herself.
She makes that one pass, the game opens wide.
Oh, yeah. And then she can make the run and probably get the puck back before you know it.
They pull off her. Now the puck comes back, blue line. Here comes Jillian Matthews, throws one in. Lobbing a shot. You know, one of those elevation change shots there coming from the blue line. It's tough for a goalie, and Tobrock scoops it up into her glove. Holds on for the whistle.
South Burlington make a couple changes.
You got Jarvis and Brunet at the draw. Won by Brunet, pushed through and steps across the blue line, but there she's met by Jillian Matthews, slows her down and comes back into the Wolves zone. Chipping up, trying to throw it up, and it does clear, and it goes right on the Brunet's stick, but Matthews will pick it up off her stick. She's going to tip it back up the boards to Jarvis. Jarvis tries to come through again, but she's met at the blue line by a Wolf, and she keeps the puck in low. Picked up by Riley Richards, taps it off the boards, looking for Frady's, kind of caught in her skate. Now it's out of the zone. Kylie Burt with it, backhands it over to Brunet. Off Brunet's stick, great job, Riley Richards.
Here comes Bree.
Pokes the puck up, and Bree Jarvis is there on it. Comes in low, takes a little move, steps in. Tobrock had no clue where that puck was.
She lost it, and luckily her defensewoman,
You'll have that.
moved that out of the front of the net.
That's like two tongues talking today. I mean, yeah. But great job by Tobrock. She held the angle, had the post guard. She's where she had to be. But when that puck hit her, she had no clue where it ended up. Great shot in from the point again through a crowd. Pockets right there making a mess in front of the net. Good job, Amber. Comes back up to Matthews. Matthews got Ferraro and Pocket right in front of the net. There.
That was a nice low shot.
Yeah.
Just they gave her a little bit too much room to see the puck.
And Lily Ferraro and Amber Pocket just creating havoc.
I feel like they need to be a little bit lower down on the crease. They're up high, so it gives South Burlington a little breather. The goalie can see it a little more.
They get a little lower, they're going to suck the defense in a little lower.
Right, now you instead of two bodies, now you got four bodies.
Jillian Smith with that shot high into a couple bodies and picked up by Howdy Ahmed.
Hey Dave, there's a computer screen right here that has this going on.
Right in the corner. Ahmed comes out, passes it up ice. I can't see the number on that Wolf, but she throws it in high over the net. Number 3, I think. She's 7 shorter. I think that's 3. They got the shirt tucked in. Ahmed behind the net. Wheels, turns, fires. Off the Montgomery's pads over to the sidewall, picked up by 7. Gordon in the corner with it, and I'm gonna call that 3. We'll call that Rose Jillian. And Gordon comes out with it, throws it out Montgomery, goes across, and down goes Ahmed again. She is getting frustrated. Jillian Smith was working some magic, as every good defenseman will. Puck comes up to Ahmed, floating on the far blue line. Doesn't play it as she crosses the blue line, and will be offside. You got to have control of that, Hadia. You can't tip pass it to yourself as you're crossing the blue line. Stay on the stick.
You can definitely tell she's getting frustrated. She's getting pushed around a little bit. They're taking her off her game, the Comets are, so she's going to get frustrated.
Yeah, and I couldn't even, I'm watching the Jillian Smith and her interact. I couldn't even see what happened. All of a sudden, down goes Ahmed.
It was a light push.
That's hockey. Face-off won by the Wolves, or Comets, but the Wolves take it over and comes back into the Comet zone and picked up by Castor. Chips it high off the boards, trying to get it past Brunet. She does, but it comes out to number 2 in the blue line. Throws it right back into Montgomery, Annika Erickson.
Yeah, Comets didn't do a very good job block.
No, now we got too many bodies loose beside each goalpost, too. The Comets have got to watch out for that. Here comes Callie Cushion, tries to get past one. Good job by, you can see who that is, Kylie Burt stepping over and helping out her defensive partner. Renee trying to come across, and Callie Cushion.
Callie's got that stick going. She's doing a good job on the stick checks.
Yeah, our freshmen are not intimidated by these great seniors out of South Burlington. They are on them.
Well, why would you be?
That's exactly right. They're a Comet. Puck is playing around with Ahmed at center ice. She's trying to she got one hand on a stick, not strong enough against some of these girls. And now here comes Jillian throwing it into the zone. Myra McGinn takes it up ice and hits Jarvis, and she's got a little room on the line change here. What's she going to do? She's going to fire.
Oh, off the shoulder.
Yeah, and that's just nobody's there to help get that rebound. Good hard shot, and it kind of snapped Taylor in net. Tobrock picked up by one of the Wolves, comes around, throws it up ice.
BFA is doing a lot of collapsing on the blue line, which is forcing South Burlington to pass a little bit quicker. so their teammates aren't ready for the pass. They got open ice. They're just not looking for it. They're thinking that it's going to be a different pass.
Looks like their adjustment. We got a little dangerous there. There we go. Nice job. And again, cleared up in front. Looks like their adjustment for that has been to float one of their players to our far.
Right. They're keeping one high. Definitely.
Whiffed on a shot. Oh, Ray had some opening at the center ice, but she's moving in behind the net. She's getting a little hands-on there with somebody in the corner. She's got the puck still, pass it back up to Richards at the blue line. Richards settles it, throws it in off of Med's pads, goes to the corner. One of those times where Arlie just got to send it down the boards, get it deep.
Yep. Don't force that shot if it's not there.
Julian comes up. She hits number 9, Ava Hirschberg. There's Callie Cushing using her glove, but it comes off her glove right to Sabrina Brunet. Brunet goes low below the goal line, looking to hit Hirschberg up front, but good D on her
by Bree.
Well, D on up front there on the Hirschberg in front. But here comes Jarvis. Jarvis's best defense is breaking away.
Yeah, she just zigzags, puts the puck between someone's legs, keeps going.
The scariest feeling they gotta have is when they feel some pressure on their stick, see the puck come off their stick, and look up and see the back of that jersey and see 2-0 skating away. She's skating well tonight. Face off after that little one puck push to Tobrok for the save. Comes back to Matthews. Thrown through. Tried to be tipped by Jarvis. Goes to the corner. Cleared by the Wolves. Matthews picks it up at center ice. Hits Arlie Richards. Richards behind the back, passed herself off the boards. Good pressure on her by Bella Gordon. Then Richards ends up just throwing it towards Kylie Burke, who picks it up, heads it back up ice. Trying to be handled by Brunet, but great presence by Callie Cushing on Brunet. Here comes Jarvis, steps around, got some room, fires.
Wow, high.
That Rutland game, the girls are wide. That one was a little high. There's one's right through a crowd. Great shot by.
That was a nice shot.
Tobrok is really tracking the puck well. She knows where it is. She's coming about.
I don't know if she really knew where Bree's shot was, though.
No. Everybody was looking. Bree's arms up like she thought it was in.
It
Here comes
just missed by a little bit.
Alexander on the draw. She with Julian. Pops out in front of the Wolves. Comes out of the zone. Ahmed tries to pick it up, but there's Jillian Smith and Castor. Emma Castor slaps it back in the Wolves zone. They throw it right back out to Hadi Ahmed. Ahmed crosses the blue line with it. She touches it over to number 7. Reese Gordon. Gordon throws it wide, and it's going to be picked up by Lily Farr on the far side. Lily backhands it up. She hits Amber Paquette. Met by Kylie Burke. No, number 20, excuse me. Loses her stick. Caitlin Bartlett. Puck is now in the Wolves zone. Ray Alexander races Ahmed to the puck and wins. Still doing battle in the corner. It's going to pop back up to the blue line and kicked out by Julian.
I like how BFA's defense is stepping up a little bit, putting that pressure on quicker as South Burlington tries to get out of the zone.
Little Hirschberg now taking the errant puck off a push and stick, throws it into a body, picked up by Castor behind the net. Castor coming around, throws it high off the glass, doesn't get out. Kylie Burke picks it up, keeps it in. Here's Alexander on the Burke, keep in. Alexander's out, crossing the center ice into the blue line. She's got Cushing behind her, drops it to Cushing. Cushing steps across center, fires a shot off Kylie Burke's shin pad in the corner. Great pass and shot right there. Hirschberg now with the puck for the Wolves, trying to come out. Step in, nope. Oh, that one's going to be a no foul at the buzzer. Really fast-paced game. Back and forth play.
I lost your...
Will, you got this.
Can you hear? I lost Dave on the mic.
Well, folks, can you hear me? Here we go at the end of 1, 0-0. Great fast-paced game. We got equal shots, I would say, on both ends.
Yeah, I would say it's pretty equal. Some of them were tough shots with a lot of traffic in front. Goalies were able to see them. Some of them weren't as tough as I would like to see from either side.
The players have got to stop hitting the goalies in the body.
Yeah, I mean that's a
shoot for the. I mean, hey, if I could do it, I'd be a pro right now. But shoot for the open spot. They've been really.
That's easier said than done.
Sometimes. I mean, they're peppering Tobrok in net, but she's been up to the task. She's staying in front of the net.
No, she's had some good quality shots on her. She had some good quality saves.
As I'm looking at the ice being ready for preparation here, I'm watching one net that hasn't been moved yet.
Yeah, I don't know if he's.
I haven't seen Corey Cushion today. Folks, I really hope we didn't scare him away because he's one of the better net minders. I don't think Corey's going to be here today. Well, you know what, Corey? We'll see.
Corey is here. I saw him. He's just probably scared of all the comments that you make.
Well, he got a lot of interest in the last game, and I think he's got his own Facebook page now. He's probably answering a lot. Hey, before we step out for break, I want to reach out to our sponsors because this is a great game, and I know we got a lot of viewers, and this broadcast would not be possible without our community partners' help. And thank you to Northwestern Rehab Services, Sticks and Stuff, Swanton and Lumber, Northwest Counseling and Support Services, Afterglow, Stone's Auto Repair, St. Albans at East Fairfield, Notch, Vermont, JC Image, Union Bank, and the Collins Purley Sports and Fitness Center. If your business would like to support the efforts of Northwest Access TV to help broadcast live games of Franklin County athletes, contact us at 802-782-8676. So, what do you think needs to happen for an adjustment, Joe?
For South Burlington side, I think it's just stop doing the stretch pass. Because it's not working. It hasn't worked this period. I don't know if it's worked for them all year, but obviously with BFA stepping up, it's creating havoc for their stretch pass. Yeah. I would think they need to settle down a little bit, pull it back into their zone. Hopefully the Comets don't bring pressure, and then they can move the puck out. For the Comets side, it's getting more traffic in front of the net.
Yeah, a little lower like you said earlier.
Lower, get them tighter on the goalie, so it brings the defense down. So now instead of one body in front, now you got two.
Right.
Instead of two, you got four. Create that havoc in front of the net. Probably the first goal is going to be a fluke goal.
Yeah, and Taylor,
be a dirty goal.
Taylor Tobrock she's on the shorter side, so you get a body in front of her. She's going to have a hard time seeing around.
She's going to have to bend even lower, and that leaves upstairs all open.
Yeah, and we've got, I'd say from the Comet blue line down, they've controlled that center ice. And
yeah, the neutral zone, the Comets have done the stick checks right. The pressure at the South Burlington blue line as South Burlington's trying to exit, if they can keep that up and control the neutral zone, they're going to create more opportunities in the offensive zone. That's where a lot of the offensive happens, believe it or not, is in the neutral zone, getting into the offensive zone. A lot of people don't think so.
Build up your steam and let it roll.
Right.
The Comets are doing a great job monitoring Hadi Ahmed and Sabrina Bernay. They're doing the same thing to us that they're doing to Bree Jarvis.
Right. No, and they're making sure that someone's stick checking them as soon as they get the puck. They're putting a little bit of body contact on them. They're finishing, I can't say hits, but the body contact, rubbing them out in the corners, angling them properly, putting them into the boards properly. And it's been a clean game. There's probably been maybe one call that probably should have happened. That would have been on for the Comets. They would have gone on the power play. But I think overall, it's a pretty even game. I don't think one side's tipping the ice. I think BFA definitely has a little more pressure in the offensive zone. But the Wolves are staying strong. But I have a feeling if they keep leaning on their two studs, it's going to backfire on them, especially with this speed of the game. You can't let those two girls be out there 4 or 5 minutes out of whack.
Yeah, there's about 6 girls for the Wolves that you see a lot on the ice. Obviously, Brene Hamed, Kylie Burke on defense. Julian's out there quite a bit. They don't have the depth on the bench. And you know what? They got a lot of focus on Bree Jarvis, which, if you're a Comet coach, that should be okay because you've got your Amber Paquette, your Ray Alexander, you got your Callie Cushions, you got your Lily Ferraro. These girls know how to put the puck in the net.
Really, if I was a coach and I'm in the Comets locker room right now, I'm going to talk with Bree saying, hey, look, they're putting a ton of pressure on you, just like you've seen the last 3-4 games.
Yeah.
Let's use that to our ability. Do the give and go.
Yes.
Look for Callie, look for Gabby. Give them the quick pass, and then scoot up the boards, get it back.
There you go. We're going to step away, give Will a little break on his controls here, and Joe and I are going to catch a breath. I know Alex Abrami from the Free Press is down in the corner, and he predicted South Burlington to beat the Comets. So he probably wants to pick our brains because we sound like we know what we're talking about, and I'm not sure he understood what he was predicting.
Maybe I know what I'm talking about.
I look good. So we're just keep the camera off me, Will. I mean, they don't need to see the gold coat. But, this is like, Michael Johnson. He had the gold shoes in the Olympics.
You got the gold coat.
I got the gold coat.
But where does it say BFA Comets on it or anything? Well, you got the sweatshirt underneath.
I gotta rock all my apparel. I can't act like a homer because I'm trying to do a neutral broadcast, and I am doing my best, folks. But we'll see you in about.
I think I'm more neutral than Dave.
Well, you're from,
Hey.
Nope, we're not gonna talk about it. But hey,
Both my kids are playing for Sasa, so.
Before
we get off, I will mention, and I will probably only mention it maybe
2 more times.
2 or 3 more times. Sasa has a very well representation at the state championships this weekend. They got 5 teams out of 28 going down to play Saturday and Sunday down at Norwich. Beautiful rink. It's warm, so you guys won't freeze. If you're bored, the 12U T2 team that my son plays on is playing at 11:30 on Sunday against CSB, the only team that has beat us in the state.
So when Joe said they're going to go down and play the game, what he's talking about is the state championships. So this is for all the marbles for these kids at that age group, and it's real exciting hockey. And these kids are up for it. So folks, spend your Saturday. And
Once
Sunday
you go to
down
once you're at this age level and you're going for the state championship, if you win, you could move on to regionals, which you play the best teams in New England.
Yeah, it's fun hockey, a great rink. Northfield's a great town to visit. So take a trip south, but don't leave until after this game. So we'll see you in about 5 minutes. It's
Right.
Dave and Joe saying, see you in a bit.
welcome back to the complex.
Look at that. I can hear myself, and that almost scares me. I do know I have to slow down when I talk, Joe, because I have a problem of running my words over each other.
Is it that, or is it that Vermont accent?
It's a Vermont accent. I tell you right now, I had these kids I worked with on the railroad from Michigan, and they would laugh hilariously every time I said box. So if you're from Michigan, see, I got to say Michigan. If you're from Michigan, I got one word for you, box. Box, 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 box. And if that sounds funny to you, I'm doing my job.
So I'm going to do a shout out to Tyler Hatton and Myers Hatton. They think I'm capable of being the next Jack Edwards.
Oh, God. Wow. That's a big order.
That's an order I don't even want to fulfill.
Jack doesn't have a lot of friends, and I'm a Bruins fan. There's a few Canadian fans here who would love to meet him. Here we are going to start our second period. We got Alexander facing off against Sabrina Brunet. The Comets are rocking a new jersey. Love it. Won by Alexander, who's done so good on her draws. Back to Richards. Richards looking to get it up the boards past Matthews. It comes back to Richards, and Alexander sneaks down low, picks it back up off of Sabrina Brunet's stick. Met by Ava Hirschberg on the far side. Kicked over to Amber Paquette. Amber's met on the blue line. Kept in. Now Sabrina Brunet back to the blue line, over to Kylie Burke. From her defensive partner, throws one towards the net. Tip, still in front of the net. It's going to be picked up soon, kids, and it is by Lily Ferraro up to Alexander. Here comes Ray. Down on Kylie Burke. Steps around, goes the other side on Kylie. And number 2, Annika Erickson pushes her to the corner. One times out to Amber Paquette for a great shot.
Nice pass, nice shot.
Great pass, great shot, but Brunet was there with a good pad save. Comes up to Jillian Matthews, throws it into a crowd, hits a leg pad. Lily Ferraro takes it in, throws it towards the net. Another body comes out. Matthews throws it back in. Swatted down by Ferraro. Goes into the corner, picked up by Hirschberg. Hirschberg's trying to go.
Was tied up in front of the net. She couldn't get her stick on that puck.
A lot of bodies in front. It's going to be picked up by Alexander by the net, but taken away by number 2, Erickson. Thrown up the blue line. It gets past Richards. Richards loses her edge, and here comes Brunet. Richards gets her stick on it just enough to slow Brunet for Matthews to get back. Brunet in a corner with the puck now. Good job by Richards just to slow her down a tad.
Well, I think she was just strong on the stick, so it held the puck up.
Comes to the blue line, thrown it back in by number 23, Grace Landerman. But here comes Ray Alexander on a deflection up ice. She's got number 20 to beat, but she can't get past Caitlin Bartlett. But Bartlett puts it down.
The Comets are going to go on the power play.
There, I wasn't the only one. Here comes Montgomery. Good speed from the far end for the extra skater, but not in time. Alexander gets taken down by Caitlin Bartlett in the corner after Bartlett did a great job slowing her down.
Yeah, no, she did. It was unfortunate. She finished her body movement, and when you sometimes do that and the ref is standing right there in girls hockey, it's usually 2 minutes.
So what you got right now is a preliminary line. The Comets are going to give their first their power play group a chance to regroup, get their breath. He's got Gabby Frady's out there over Jillian Smith, Mara McGinn, Jillian Matthews, and Lily Ferraro. Puck gets sent all the way back down behind the Comets net and picked up by McGinn. Throws up ice just as Frady's turned the wrong way, and is going to be intercepted by Kylie Burke, who's coming into the blue line. She's at a wide, takes a shot. Montgomery lets it go past the net. It's going to be picked up by Ferraro. Ferraro's skating up ice. Nobody on her. She's going to probably bring it all the way in the zone, and she does. She's getting down low, pressured by a couple Wolves. She throws it back to the blue line, but a little too hard.
Right idea. Just
and Matthews hadn't quite made the blue line and established herself yet, so here's Julian going to be giving pressure. Jillian Matthews. Matthews comes up ice. She hits far side McGinn. Off McGinn's stick on a number 7, rescored, but going to be picked up off of that. And deflection by Gabby Frady's. Goes in low, past Burke, comes to the middle. Great job by number 2, Annika Erickson, to pick up Jillian Smith's stick, because that was going for a one-timer to the net.
Gabby keeps it down low.
Now Jillian Smith and Gabby below the goal line. Comes back up to Matthews on the blue line. Throws one in through a crowd, just wide of the net. Comes around to Alexander. Alexander back to Jarvis. They're starting to weed out the number 1 power play line. You got Jarvis and Alexander back and forth with each other. Now Cushing at the top, fires into the body of Tobrok.
Hey, it was a nice thought, nice pass.
Now we're putting our low, slow-moving tanks out in front of the net. Amber Paquette and Arlie Richards joins the party. Love those two on a power play in front of the net. I'm just a guy that loves people that get low and do dirty work.
You got to do dirty work. Sometimes that's going to be the game-winning goal.
Face-off won by Alexander, back to Cushing. Cushing to Jarvis at the top. Jarvis throws one through crowd. Tips off Arlie Richards' stick into the corner. I thought that had a chance. Pulled out by, there we go! Pulled out by Ray Alexander from the corner, steps around to the face-off dot and rips top corner over Tobruk for the first goal of the game. 11:52 in the second period.
Power play goal.
That was a rip. Ray Alexander picks it up. She just took the right turn, look, nothing's there. Tobruk's down over the shoulder.
Yeah, because of the traffic in front. She had to get low to see.
Great goal, Ray Alexander. With that goal, the penalty will clear, and now we got the 5-on-5 again. One by Alexander, back to Caster. Caster up the boards looking for Paquette. Intercepted off of Wolves' pass by Billy Ferraro to Paquette. Paquette throws 2 pucks into bodies and gets her own rebound, but now Alexander throws it around behind the net. Ferraro's giving chase with a Wolf. It comes up to Caster in the blue line, throws it in low, but Sabrina Brunet's there to grab it. And we got another Wolf coming up, and she throws it through, and it's going to go the length for icing. Number 12 for the Wolves, Bella Gordon.
I noticed some of the Wolves girls are a little tired.
Yeah, there's, you get up for a game. Every team in the state gets up when they come to play any team that has a BFA on their jersey. I don't care if we're a good team that year or a bad team. They still get up because they want to beat us. And I think maybe a little bit of adrenaline rush on a bus ride up might be wearing off. Especially
it could be.
That first goal in. And they're working hard.
No, they are. It's definitely a tight game. Like, all the girls are working hard on both sides. It's just
another nice tip. Tobruk up in the air, makes a save. The thing that's different with this game or the Comets is they're not starting slow. They've been
they're coming out hot. They're coming out fast. They're prepared.
Yeah,
the coaches do a good job preparing them for the start of the game.
I think it was my pregame speech I wrote. I really do.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna give you that credit, Dave. Sorry.
I got a feeling there's gonna.
Sorry.
Just like in
I can't. I read that speech and I can't give you that.
Well, you can read it, but you got to hear it ring.
Right.
So
maybe coming out of Aaron's mouth, it might sound way better than you reading it.
I mean, I'm sure she does punctuations better. Hadi Ahmed was again floating on that far blue line. And here's a chance. Montgomery's there and there again. Good job, McKenna, post guard. But there was Ahmed up on a far blue line again, and that gave them a chance to get that puck in the Comet zone, but the Comets are back checking. And here comes, number 20. Bree Jarvis got some speed, chased by 2 Wolves. They're not going to catch her. Steps around Kylie Burke. Another move. Good save by Tobruk. Tracked her all the way. Bree tried to tuck it in behind the right leg, but she was there. But Jarvis picks up her own rebound. Picked up by Gabby Frates, thrown towards the net. Oh, there's red lights just flashing on the far window. I'm thinking, who's lighting the lamp? But here's Frates trying to throw it back up ice. Intercepted by Hadi Ahmed. There's pressure by Addie Parent. Good job by Parent. Parent kicks it into the corner. Ahmed out of frustration trips Parent. No call. Hadi is going to draw a penalty. Sooner or later, you can't keep doing that.
No, and that's a pure out of frustration just because they're playing her so hard.
Yeah, here comes the Wolves throwing one up. Hadi Ahmed gloves it down and ices it.
That's pure frustration right there.
She's 5-6 feet from the red line, room to skate it. Why not hit the red line and then dump?
Or even bang it off the glass softly.
But that was like that move over there where she took down Addie Parent was just like you're out there with a I mean, not that I did it, but a long-handed sickle and you're cutting hay. She just. I mean, I've seen it on movies, folks. I like my lawnmower. John Deere, by the way.
Is it?
Here we go. Puck's in the corner, picked up by a Wolf. And there's pressure by Kate Storms. Put the S on the back end of Storm because I get in trouble every time by her mom. You know, those Canadian folks, they don't like it when their name's mispronounced. Puck back in, coming out with the Wolves. Up ice, it hits Sabrina Brunet. Brunet right there at center ice. You got McGinn to beat, but she's not going to. McGinn does a great job moving to the corner. Behind the net goes Brunet up ice to number 23 on the blue line. Grace Landerman. Landerman throws one in off a deflection and comes back out to her partner, who throws one wide. Now it's behind the net. Brunet's got it, looking for another pass back to Landerman in the blue line. Landerman throws one in, knocked down by a skate. And there's going to be a penalty on Arlie Richard, who just said, you know what, leave my crease.
Yeah.
Good work. Arlie's working hard to protect McKenna. I believe her and number 9, Ava Hirschberg, get tied up. So the Wolves will have their first power play, and let's see what they do. But the good thing is Brunet's been on the ice for about 3 minutes, so she's gassed, and they're keeping her out there. 8:57 left in the period. Face off one by the Wolves, taken by Hadi Ahmed, thrown one at Montgomery, missed the net, and now it's been set the length of the ice by the Comets. It's going to be picked up by Amber Paquette, moving hard. Kylie Burke fell asleep on that back check, and Amber Paquette did not. Now there's Ahmed with her frustration hit against Paquette, throwing her shoulder into the boards. It was only a matter of time.
A little 4-on-4 action now.
Yeah, I mean, that was only a matter of time.
It was due to happen. She's let out some frustration and
pure hustle on number 15, Amber Paquette, too. She just got in behind the Wolves. They did not expect anyone coming in that hard, and there she was. Great work. 4-4. Let's see what happens.
Got some open ice.
And Brunei is still on the ice, folks. She is not going to be playing top form if she's getting this much ice time this early in the game. Sent around over to number 7, I believe, Reese Gordon. Reese throws it up out of the zone. Jillian Matthews gets it, throws it back in. Comets clear, and here comes Ray Alexander on an attack. Kylie Burke and Ray Alexander behind the net. Good pressure by Alexander on Burke. Stalls her at the hash. Comes away with the puck, and she's at Amber Paquette right there with Sabrina Brunei. Brunei taps it up the boards. So Jillian Smith pinches in, throws it towards the net. Comes back out to Smith. Smith throws one high and hits the body. Kylie Burke in front of the net. We kept in again by Jillian Matthews. Great job patrolling the blue line. Here comes the Wolves, though, picking it up, skating out. Number 7 runs into a body called Ray Alexander. Great job, Ray. And they're going to put Ray in the box, and I say no call, ref. Ray did not skate into that player. She held her position, and the player skated into her. He's calling interference or checking, I don't know. That's just a bad
body
call.
Contact.
Wow. Called that one from the stands, folks. But anyway, here we go. Moving down.
A little 4-on-3 action now.
4-on-3, and let me see. And guess who's still on the ice? Number 4. Sabrina Brunei is still on the ice. She's been on the ice for 4 minutes. You got Brunei, Julian, you got Kylie Burke, and you got Reese Gordon. And Burke has been on the ice as well for quite a while. And look at the room that that's going to create for number 20 right there on the draw with Julian.
I was thinking the same thing. This gives her a lot of ice.
You were thinking the same thing I was? Hey, Eric Severy, if you're home listening to this, write that down.
That's going to create a lot of ice for Bree.
March 1st, leap year. Joe Severy, Dave Jackson, think alike. Here we go, waiting for a clock set. There it is, 2 on the board for 19.
All right, let's go.
Puck drop is coming. One by Jarvis to McGinn. McGinn pressured by DeJulian and Brunei. Throws it up to Bree Jarvis, and here we go. Jarvis got Burke. Gets past Burke. Takes 3 inches over that crossbar, but that was in. Get it lower. Burke coming up on the rebound, crosses the blue line, turns, throws it to the center. Nobody's there. You got DeJulian and Matthews. Matthews wins the foot race. She's got the puck behind the net. Still battling DeJulian. Brunei drops back to help. And there's Castor coming up the boards, but met by Burke, who keeps it in to Brunei. Brunei back to Burke. Burke throws one towards net, knocked down by a couple sticks, and thrown back up ice by Castor. Burke gets it on the blue line, crosses it over to number 7, Gordon. Gordon drops in low, throws it wide, looking for Brunei in the far post, goes into the sideboards. She throws it back up to Burke, and Jarvis is going to be patrolling that line.
4-on-4.
Over to Gordon. Gordon throws one in. Legs pad by Montgomery to the side. Going to be picked up by Matthews. Matthews throws it up across center. Picked up outside blue line by Burke. Burke throws it in. Matthews will pick it up behind the net. Julian coming in on her, but she banks it off the board, looking for a pass to Jarvis. So Jarvis is obviously tired too, so she's coming off. Hirschberg picks it up, turns around, heads back up ice, and hits Audie Ahmed out of the box. Ahmed across the blue line. Goes wide, fires a hard shot. Montgomery knocks it down. Julian Hirschberg throws it back towards net, but it's bouncing away, and the Comets are there, clearing the zone. Clear to the zone, and here comes Amber Paquette.
Paquette's been all over the ice for the Comets.
I'll tell you, and she's a strong player. You're not gonna move her out of her skating lane. Puck is sent the length of the ice by the Comets, but Torbrock comes out and plays it. Sends it over to number 20, Bartlett. Bartlett comes up ice. It's poke checked off her stick, and guess what? The Raiders Comets, Lily Ferraro fires just wide of that top corner.
Missed that top corner.
Great job by Paquette and Ferraro, keeping the pressure on, keeping it in the zone. Here comes Hadi Ahmed now, and a bouncing puck up. She's on that floating, trying to shoot around Ollie Richards, using her screen. It bounces off the back dasher behind the net.
Took a weird bounce off the backboards.
Yeah, comes back out in front. A little dangerous, but the Comets are able to be there for good presence. Pocket and Ahmed now in the corner. No, excuse me, that's Alexander. Ferraro now picking up in the bad corner. Joe's going to the computer for an update.
Hey, yep. No, I'm just making sure you're right on the player name.
Pass missed by Alexander. Gets to Bartlett. Bartlett throws it up ice to
Offsides.
Hirschberg for an offsides.
So, I feel like South Burlington's trying to get some calls because some of the players are throwing their hands up after the whistle's blown. It's like, no, it's offsides. Puck's got to cross the blue line before you do.
With a 3-ref system like that, the guy that's called the last 2 penalties, he's called it from, I didn't even realize he's still there on the ice, but he's behind the play. Players can't see him, and he's watching the whole game, so.
I wish they would keep this system, but add another linesman instead of 2 refs.
There's a hook right there that's not going to be called.
Nope.
Bree Jarvis was just routed off her feet and pulled back the other way. Marley Johnson and Jarvis in the corner with 3 Wolves, and here comes Gabby Frades in to help. Puck is still tight along the boards. Looks like Julian with it now. And you got Marley Johnson. Now Cushing over there, and it comes right onto Jarvis' stick, and she's going to get it out of zone. Yes, she does. Kylie Burke takes the bouncing puck, throws it back in. Picked up by Marley Johnson, throws it up ice, gets past Cushing. Here comes number 7, Gordon. Tucks it past Marley Johnson, gets it deep. Jillian Smith will pick it up behind the Comets net. Gordon's right there. Great pressure by Gordon. Popping it back out in front of the net, but the Comets are there to take control. Jarvis runs into Frades. A little confusion there, a little frustration on both parts. Puck gets sent back into the Comet zone. Marley Johnson knocks it down with her skates, and one passes it up to Frades. Frades is met by Julian, throws it back to the Comets.
Girls are getting tired.
Yeah, it's time for a line change here. Get a whistle. Hadi Ahmed steps past Frades. Bouncing puck. She's staying with it, moving in the right direction, but Marley Johnson's there to take it off her stick. Turns towards the skater. Turn away with that puck. Protect the puck with your body.
Get your body between you and the play.
This is going to be probably an icing, but no. Cushing threw it off the boards. Soft enough. It's going to just float in the zone. Picked up by number 2. Annika Erickson goes behind the net with Addie Parent giving pressure. Up ice to Hirschberg. Hirschberg is looking to hit Brunet, but misses Brunet. Played by Matthews. Matthews up to Lamphere. Lamphere in the zone. Shoots through a couple legs. Goes wide, picking up her own rebound behind the net. Coming out high and hits Matthews in blue line. Through a crowd and off a leg pad back in the corner.
She saw space between everybody, but I think it just...
Trying to thread that needle.
Yeah.
Bartlett takes it and throws it over to Brunet. Brunet's got Hadi Ahmed floating up top again. She's going to hold on to herself. Crosses into the zone.
She's going to look for her back door, though.
Yeah, you got Hirschberg coming to the front of the net. Holds all the way back to the blue line to Burke. Nice pass. Great save by Montgomery. Pass comes up from Brunet to Grace Landerman. Landerman throws it across the blue line to Kylie Burke. Throws one in low through a crowd, and Montgomery does a sliding across in a butterfly and traps it between her pad and the ice.
Got Comets first lined out there now.
South Burlington's doing to us what Barry or Spalding was doing to them the last game in the quarterfinals. Spalding was floating solid person right on the blue line. Great opportunity right there. Hirschberg in the front. Ahmed misses the net with it. Goes back to the corner. Hirschberg's got it. Throws it back to the front, looking for Brunet, but it hits Alexander.
I'll help you out, Dave.
I appreciate that. Alexander and Hirschberg are doing battle along the boards, and here comes a couple Comets to help. It comes back out to Lily Ferraro. Ferraro skates it out of the zone. She's skating in on Gordon. Steps through Gordon. Nice little pull through
nice
the
move.
legs.
Nice move.
They call it nutmeg. Or pulls it through, steps around, but loses an edge and falls. Throwing a link to the ice, and it will be icing.
That was, if it was just a little lighter, she could have got back to it.
Hold on, my phone just blew up, and I'm looking down, and I see a name. Yeah, that's Brian Bliss. Folks, this is a legend from BFA. He played back in the early 80s, not my mid-80s.
Brian's a relative.
Bliss, oh, yes, he is. I got Joe Sebri up here with me. He says he's still a better hockey player than you.
Maybe in the 90s, but not when he was playing.
Gotta love Brian Bliss's hockey knowledge and his old school delivery. I'll tell you, I appreciate his text post game. How you doing, Brian? Say hi to the family. You got puck coming up to the blue line, kept in by Castor. Now Ferraro over there on Gordon. Picked up by number 12, misplayed, and going to be met by Ray Alexander, who throws it deep into the zone, goes behind the net, and here comes number 15, Amber Paquette, skating hard, gets past Burke. A lot of stick movement, playing strong. Burke clears it up ice, and she throws it for a home run, and Gordon almost, not Gordon, that's number 12, Bella Gordon, couldn't quite get to it.
No, if it was a little softer.
Great idea by Kylie.
But then again, they're playing their good players too much. So if that was in the first period, first 2 minutes, that would have happened, she probably could have caught it.
You're going to see they're going to have a jack underneath McKenna Montgomery's net the third period, and someone's going to put about 4 or 5 cranks on, and that ice is going to tilt.
Yep.
It's just going to, because, I mean, these girls are on the ice too much, and they're already showing their fatigue.
But it's playoff season, so what do? You ride your guns.
You win this, you move on. You don't, well, you get ready for softball season. Here's Jarvis, nice little step around, throws it just past the short post, goes behind the net. And there's Hirschberg there, and Jarvis and Cushing. Hirschberg gets it up to Ahmed. Ahmed skates a little bit wide of Arlie Richard, and then she's coming in on Jillian Matthews. Matthews and Richards chasing.
Callie with a nice job back checking.
Great job by Ava Hirschberg to stay with that play and just move in and take that rebound. Because everyone was tied up with Brune and Ahmed, and they're forgetting about number 9, who's doing a great job trailing in on a wide wing.
Well, that's what, like what we said earlier. If the Comets could do that with Bree,
yeah,
and Bree brings everybody to them, or to her.
The problem, trying to trail Bree. Nice play again by Hirschberg in front of the net. A couple good shots. No, that was Brune. But Montgomery's there. She's got the wall built. Here comes Jarvis on the other end. Goes around, Gordon steps in, backhand, save. Aha! Another very close attempt by Jarvis. Tobrock was up.
That was another good save.
Yeah, Tobrock's really tracking her well.
Nope, she is.
That's one of the plays right there. Bree is, she knows she's moving her. Maybe just stall and come back short side.
That or there's a bunch of possibilities.
Yeah.
There's just way too many options for Bree.
Face-off won by the Comets. Ray Alexander again. Great shot by Paquette. Kick to the corner by Tobrock. Brune and Paquette behind the net, battling. I'll tell you right now, Amber will tire her out even more. Hirschberg now with the puck, trying to throw it up ice, but it's going to be kept by Lily Ferraro and Ray Alexander. Hirschberg gets Alexander out of the zone with it. Great job by Ava. Alexander backhands over to Matthews, but it's going to be nope. There's Amber Paquette, gets in the middle of Hadi Ahmed.
She's been everywhere.
Yeah, number 5 is just playing hard. Taken down by falling Kylie Burke. No call on that play, which it shouldn't be. Puck in the corner by Ferraro and Hirschberg, or Ahmed. Hirschberg picks up the loose puck and throws it out. Jillian Matthews crosses back in the red line, dumps it. Comets clear up, charging back in. Kylie Burke behind the net with the puck. Wheels back the other way, then heads the other way. Amber Paquette's right there, hemming her in. Amber's not going to give her any room to breathe. Amber just goes back and takes her off the puck. Great job by Paquette, and that's the end of the second period.
For a minute, I thought the ref's going to throw his arm up with Paquette just tossed that girl onto the ice.
I see his hand on the whistle, but he was watching the clock, thank gosh. Let's see if we can get a shots here. Ten saves for both goalies that period. Yeah, the ref had his hand on the whistle. Paquette just pitchforked underneath Burke, and Burke goes to the ice.
Hey, guess who's doing the net?
Oh, here we go, Will. There we go. Folks, this is poetry in motion. I mean, he's looking, he's making eye contact with Will. He likes the camera, and look at the smile. He's
even doing a little dance move for us. Oh, yeah, he knows he's on TV.
Sorry, I don't think we can show that on TV. This is a family
It's network. A PG
It's a family
episode.
Network. Oh, he's just wheeling, he's waving, he's pointing. This guy, he's a showman. He's a showman. Christmas card. Hey, Crit, if you're home, or you're probably not home.
No,
you're watching
she's right across from us.
You should be proud, Crit. Look at that man out there moving that net like nobody's business. But he's even got stuff around his neck.
Yeah, knowing Crit, you see right across from us, there is probably a good dozen or so people with a lot of green and gold on. That is from Crit's bag.
So they've got loud cups over there too?
Yes, actually.
Do you have a loud cup?
Yes, we do.
Is it loud?
It could be louder. I may modify it to be louder.
So folks,
it's for the wife at the game on Sunday.
The big horns and the big milk jugs full of rattling corn, it's been replaced with a cup that everyone carries around, but this cup...
You can drink water out of it, too. It's not just a cup to make noise.
It's just a loud cup.
Yeah.
I've got to hear it, I guess, sometimes.
Well, come Sunday, you'll probably hear about 14 of them.
There we go. I think I will. My wife wants me to work in her office, but I'm not a handyman.
No, say it ain't so.
I'll tell you, I can show you some pictures of my work, and you're going to be surprised that I still got all my fingers. It's awesome. I mean, it's looking good, and I think she,
I watched a TikTok the other day, actually, while you're saying that. It said, look at what you built, and it was a bunch of stuff that whoever did it definitely shouldn't be doing it.
Well, I got to tell you, what I've found out so far from my handyman work is that wood burns really well. Because I got to burn. There's a lot. I don't want her to know how many scrap pieces I'm creating that's not actually going in. So I got to burn it, and it burns hot, burns fast. So it's good wood.
I thought you were going to say I burn it because my skill saw blade is shot.
I do have to change that blade. No, I pulled an old table saw from my dad's garage. That thing's got to be older than me, and I plugged it in.
Fired right up.
I turned it on. I checked the lights in the house. Nothing flickered off. I said, we're good to go. I cut the first wood, but I don't know if I cut it or if I burn it. But when you look at that edge, it's got a, people pay a lot of money for that burnt edge. They put the torch
they
on
really
it.
don't.
It's good to me.
People will pay a lot of money if it's like on furniture where you can see it.
Laminate floor. I see it because I lay down a lot. We got a new puppy. I'm down there playing. Anyway, this the second period. We saw the same Comet show. They're shutting it down in the middle.
Yeah, no, they controlled the neutral zone. And like I said, in between the first and second period, you shut down the neutral zone for the Wolves. It's going to create you opportunities in the offensive zone.
Exactly. And the Wolves are trying to stretch it out even more with
I felt like they did, but they didn't get the puck to them.
No. And when they did get to them, these girls are too gassed. They're not
and if the coaching staff's been doing this all year, props to them. But they got to start slowing some of these girls down a little bit, taking them off a little quicker.
Yeah, when we played these guys the first time, they were definitely
right there walking by.
Yeah,
that's the 12UT2 team. That looks like
they're getting ready. They got all their colored pom poms, their sticks.
They're getting ready for Sunday. They're going to represent SASA at the state championship game at 11:30 Sunday.
I just got a text out. I guess I'm eating the mic, so my voice is a little too strong. But folks, to be honest, I didn't eat a lot for supper, and it does look like a bonbon. So
I thought you were going to say a Kit Kat or a Milky Way or something.
No. It's like, I can't quite see it, so it's out of the corner of my eye. Paul Snyder just reached out also. He said there's over 200 people watching this game, Joe, and that's pretty darn cool. And I like to think it's
because of me.
Because of you.
I doubt it, though.
I've been here all year. Now you're here tonight. Bang.
Yeah, I think it's just because it's good hockey. It's good D1 girls hockey for the state of Vermont.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
it's fast-paced. We've had some penalties in that second period. A couple of them were questionable. But overall, it's just hard played, clean hockey.
Yeah.
Fast, back and forth. A lot of neutral zone traps for both teams. Comets are winning that battle on the neutral zone trap.
Yes.
I think South Burlington definitely needs to go in this period.
They've got two players that can finish with Ahmed and
they need to change the style.
They can't get through the Comet D. Will, if you could hit that the boards, the glass where the South Burlington decoration goes from the clock, and then just scroll along to your left all the way across. South Burlington fans came here early today, folks, and they dressed up the rink and they're supporting their girls. So they traveled well. They got a big crowd here. You look over here, and this is the largest Comet crowd I've seen.
I would say this is the largest Comet crowd I've seen all year. If I haven't been here in person doing the broadcast with you, I watched it on TV, and yeah, I would say this is definitely the largest crowd of the year for the Comets.
Yeah. No, it's a great game.
It doesn't remind me like the old days when I used to play.
I can tell you right now, I'm having a hard time not putting my mic down and heading down the other end of this balcony because the guy I mentioned earlier from the Free Press sitting there. I don't want to jinx our Comets. It's 1-0 Comets. I want to ask him if he's got any other predictions because I'm liking my prediction. And the girls are playing hard, and I think they're frustrating Tobruk a little.
They're I think not just Tobruk. They're frustrating the whole team.
But Taylor's the one you got to get the puck past. She's
Well,
done a
yeah,
great
no,
job
you do.
keeping that puck out of the net too.
You do, but I think when they create that havoc, they're frustrating her, but then they're frustrating the whole team because they're getting those opportunities South Burlington's not getting.
Right.
South Burlington had a good solid minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes in the Comet zone where they created some havoc on the Comets. Montgomery had to come up big with some saves. I didn't like how she controlled the rebound a couple times. She kind of left it right there in front.
If there's one thing that she struggled with in her years here, it would just be the rebound control. Her body movement is, she's so athletic and she's so big. She's big and she's fast, covers the net, and she moves extremely well. She locks down that rebound control, and there's no end. There's no end.
No, there isn't. I think, and maybe she's not doing it intentionally because the puck is just bouncing, hitting her just right where it bounces off awkward, so she can't control it. But the ones that you could tell that, and I didn't play in net.
I can give you some knowledge.
But where she could control it or put it into the corner herself, and I think she's leaning a little bit too much on her defense in the center or the wing that's down low to clear the puck for her.
She's upright. So as a goalie, you want to control the rebound. You got to kind of hood a little bit so you can deflect the puck down into your glove blocker stick area, so you can, and then direct it to where you need to go. She's staying upright, covering a lot of net, and she's keeping her eye on the whole ice. And she's angling very well.
Yeah, no, she is angling. She's body positioned very well, and when she's able to do that, you can be a little laxated on the rebound control. But when this time of year, this type of game,
you can't have those.
You cannot do that, because that's going to be what costs you a goal to tie the game or to lose the game.
The most dangerous player on the ice for South Burlington that period, because of that, was Ava Hirschberg, number 9. She's playing on the off wing from Brunei and Ahmed when she's out there, and she's picking the garbage goal. If she threw two.
If I was South Burlington's coach, I would be telling that line, number 4, take all the players you want with you.
Yeah.
Dish the puck over.
And Sabrina's she does that. She will move the puck, but hats off to our Comet defense. The coaches challenged, we have a lot of freshman defense out there, and the coaches challenged these freshmen before the first playoff game, and they said the year starts over now. Tryouts start now. Every shift on that ice, you're playing for your next shift. And the girls are a little bit like, deer in the headlights, didn't know what to think. But that's what you got to do. You got to put that urgency into them a little bit.
It's playoff hockey, like you just said, and the coaches have told the girls, it's your regular season is 0-0.
Right.
Like your standing means nothing other than having home ice.
And this is your last home ice advantage right here.
So, and for the Comets, they got the seniors who have won a title. So they know what that's about. You got a couple underclassmen that have won a title. They know what that's about. They know what that feeling is. You have a very solid core of freshmen coming in who, what better way to teach the freshmen what it is to be a Comet?
Yeah, on this Comet lineup right now, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 girls from the 22-0 season, where they 2022 they went 22-0, just an absolute magical season. Captain of that team, Sophie Zemanek, I absolutely love that girl. One of those deals where you just told my daughter as a freshman that year to embrace every moment you have with her and that team, because it's magical. And so they've got a few girls here that had that experience, and hopefully they're passing it down. Big shout out to our sponsors before this gets rolling here. This broadcast would not be possible without our community partners, and thank you to Northwestern Rehab Services, Sticks and Stuff, Swanton Lumber, Northwest Counseling and Support Services, Afterglow, Stone's Auto Repair, locations in St. Albans and East Fairfield, Notch, Vermont, JC Image, Union Bank, and the Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness Center. If your business would like to support the efforts of Northwest Access TV to help broadcast the live games of Franklin County athletes, contact us at 802-782-8676. And then also, just real important public message should be out there too. Over the last 4 years, Northwestern Counseling and Support Services has been in partnership with the Afterglow Foundation, working to prevent suicide deaths in our community. If you're concerned about yourself or a loved one, there are people in our community that can help. reach out to NCSS 24 hours a day on our confidential emergency service line, 802-524-6554. Then press 1. Or you can always just dial 988. One call could save a life. So look out for your fellow people, folks, and it's very important. Give them all a call, especially this time of year.
Yeah, especially the way today's society is and the cost of everything going up. There's people that are in situations that no one understands and no one gets. And
you see a different. They moved Kylie Burke up to wing. She's been playing defense all day. I think, no, that's not Burke. Who is that? Is that South Burlington's? That's Julian. I'm sorry. Julian, Ahmed, and Brunet facing off with Alexander, Paquette, and Ferraro. No, that is Kylie Burke playing the wing. So they made a little change. Kylie's been their anchor at defense. Now she's up on wing. Here comes Ahmed with the puck. Breaks free. She's got 2 back checking. She's got big shot on Montgomery. Kicks right back out. Played to the blue line by Sabrina Brunet. Throws it down the boards behind the net to Kylie Burke. Kylie Burke throws it out in front to Ahmed and misses her. And there's Amber Paquette. Paquette coming up ice. Good job by Bartlett taking off Paquette's stick. She's throwing it back into the Comet zone. Jillian Matthews throws it right back out. Bartlett again with it. Pressured by
Paquette and Bree.
Brunet goes back for the puck. Throws it back to number 23, I believe that was Grace Landerman. Landerman goes up ice, hitting Ahmed. Ahmed stepping around Jarvis, playing around the blue line. And here's Lily Ferraro. Not today, Lily says. Keeps it up. Sent right in the neutral zone. And here comes Ahmed wheeling and coming back in. And there's Kylie Cushion. Gets her stick on, and there goes Lily Ferraro again. Pops it out off Julian's stick. Gordon tries to go in. Comets are all over that blue line. Great job. Kylie Cushion with it. Steps inside the blue line, where her dad just did a wonderful job moving that net. Puck behind in the corner, played up ice to, that was Hirschberg, but Cushion takes it, tops it over to Jarvis. Jarvis throws it into a body in front of the net. Picked up by the Wolves, coming up ice, pressured by Frades right there. It comes out of the blue line. That should be offside, but he gave it to us.
Yeah, it was tight. It was close.
Yep.
It was close.
Comets clear up and send it back in deep. Pressured by Cushing and Jarvis and Frades. Hirschberg wheels, turns around, comes up, throws it in the middle, and who's that? Bree Jarvis steps around one, gets a little wide, loses it off her stick, touches it to Ferraro, or Castor. Castor couldn't get it deep. Julian plays it out on the Castor stick. Castor throws it in all the way now. Here comes Jarvis for the line change. Brady's coming with her. Lanfear staying out there for pressure, and it comes up to Jillian Smith. Smith throws it in off a tip, goes high, back to Lanfear. Lanfear up to Smith. Smith throws another high shot. People just trying to whack that down with their gloves, and he does get out of the zone. He's picked up by Castor.
This is time for her to move.
Line change. Kate Storm, Castor. Oh, great job by Brunet coming in on the ice. Fresh legs, chases Castor down, knocks it off her stick. Kate Storm's pressure in Brunet. Brunet can't come out of her own zone. Good job, Kate Storms, with an S. Gets it deep. Good pressure by Kate. Throws it in. Lanfear pinches in, keeps it in. Ahmed's behind her. Goes down low with it. Wolves are trying to throw it out, but throw across ice. Dangerous pass.
Oh.
Castor throws it back in wide of the net.
Lanfear just missed that.
Here goes Addie Parent chasing hard in the corner. Kylie Burke there to meet her, but Parent wins. Throws it behind the net. Bartlett picks it up. Kate Storms pressuring Bartlett. Tags Bartlett just a little bit. Takes her off the puck. A haughty Ahmed goes down and then backhands it. Jillian Smith picks it up, throws it in. Off of a block from, I can't see the number behind that hair. Puck tries to get up from Brunet to Ahmed, but met by Lily Ferraro. Great job. Puck is now in the corner, chased by Castor. Throws it around, avoiding Brunet. Burke pinches in to keep it low. Alexander with it now, pressured by Brunet. She wheels away, faces off to Burke, goes across to Ferraro. Ferraro
just off her skate.
Thrown back in by Bartlett. Jillian Smith picking it up out in the Comets zone. Pressured by Burke and Ahmed and Hirschberg. Picked up by Burke now. She throws one towards Montgomery, but blocked by Ferraro. Ferraro turns, throws it up ice, kept in, but now it's out. Here comes Ray Alexander.
With Paquette coming up.
Alexander takes it. She's looking at Paquette for the pass and does a no-look shot over the net, over past Tolbrock.
I don't think it missed that much.
Oh, Ray's really got that shot dialed in. Good no-look shot, too. Puck in the corner, Amber Paquette and Ray Alexander. Ray Alexander comes out, throws it out front. Picked up by the Wolves and is carried out of the zone. Picked up by Jillian Matthews, throwing it deep again. Comps going for a line change. Here comes Gabby Frades. Good head of steam, look at that. She's going hard on Hamed. keeps it in, picked up by Cushion. Cushion fires into a leg, off a leg onto Bree Jarvis' stick, off another leg on her shot. Jarvis with the puck again. Steps around a couple bodies. She's skating off her hand. Oh, nice little move there at the blue line on Julian. Gets it deep. Comes back up to Richards on the blue line. Richards settles it. Not enough time to shoot. She throws it back down the corner.
Hey, that's a smart play.
Very smart play. Frady's back to Jarvis out in front of the net. Played off a Wolf stick. Going to come back out to Matthews. Matthews throws one. Lobbing shot just wide of the net. Picked up by Jarvis. Skating back out. 3 Wolves on Jarvis. They try to throw it out, and Matthews at the blue line keeps it in. Picked up by number 23, Grace Landerman. She throws it up the boards to Julian. Julian hits a very fast Wolf player. I haven't seen her put that speed on. I think that's 17. No, that isn't 17. How do you admit? Yes, that is 17. Her hair is fully out now. She had it wrapped up. No, it's number 12. Another couple nice play. Tobrock's here for the save. So number 12, Bella Gordon, put on a little burst of speed there that I hadn't seen out of her the whole game.
I think you're going to start seeing some of the girls that you haven't seen.
They might look faster.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the ones that are
they're slowing down.
Good observation, Joe. That's what, you know what? That's why you're here.
I know. I know. I'm here to make you look good.
Oh, dude. I don't know if that's quite. I don't think that's possible. Sound good, maybe. Not look good.
Yeah, true. It's a good point.
Comets behind the net. Just gets past Alexander. Ferraro goes in there low to pick it up, but she's got Grace Landerman to deal. Landerman does a great job skating it out.
Ferraro's back checking.
Great.
Hard.
Great. That's actually Gordon, number 7. Great job by Lily Ferraro. Hamed trying to push the puck off of Smith. Gets it back up to the blue line. Gordon tries to throw it in. Another block shot by the Comets. Oh, there's a trip.
Yep,
and
they got it.
That's the person well, 9 minutes left in the third period. You got your best player going off for a 2-minute penalty.
First line coming out, power play unit.
The good thing for that, if there is a good thing, is that girl will finally get a true break. I don't think she's had 2-minute rest.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean,
Sabrina has worked her tail off, and she's going to get a 2-minute.
When it comes to this style of hockey, I've said it before, and, you got to ride your studs. If you want to win and you want to continue your season.
Alexander on a draw, who's been tremendous off that face-off. And there she is. She wins it over to Pocket. Pocket back to Jarvis. Jarvis over to Cushion. Cushion, no way. There it is! Ow! Callie Cushion, one time from a feed off Jarvis, and that slid in a 3-inch freaking hole between
Big enough for the puck.
Oh.
Big enough for the puck.
That was Alexander won the face-off again to Pocket. Pocket to Jarvis. Jarvis over to Cushion. Cushion at the top of the umbrella just wailed it. Low, hard, and in. No way her dad makes that shot. Great job for the freshman.
Do you think you know where Callie Cushing's fan base is?
Yeah, I think it's straight across. There's a slight little vibration going on. I think they're going to have to replace the glass. They keep going. Jarvis on that win, steps in, pushes it through Ahmed and Brunet. Passes it to herself between her legs off the board. Back up to McGinn. McGinn's doing a great job, but Hadi Ahmed steps in off Mara.
Guess who's there? Callie Cushion came on the back check.
Back check and look out. Do we get a chance?
Oh.
No. Go. Kylie Burke, tremendous job getting control of that puck, saving Bree Jarvis from a breakaway. Burke loses an edge off the help of a Cushing stick, gets it over to the middle. Soft shot by Brunet, picked up by Mara McGinn. Mara McGinn throws it over to Arlie Richard. Arlie to the boards, picked up by Brunet. Brunet to Gordon. Gordon pressured by Cushion and Jarvis. And Jarvis steps past Gordon with the puck, skating up ice, and Julian is trying to cut her off. Does a good job. Jarvis coming off for line change. Here comes Braylon Fitzgerald. Good head of steam of the full freshman. Coming in to Julian. Lanfear's there as well. Hits up ice, center. Brunet goes and trying for the shot, and then Braylon Fitzgerald sticks her stick under and just takes the puck away. Great job, Braylon. Sabrina, I thought she thought she had all kinds of time to take
I don't
that.
think she realized that number 8 was tracking her that hard.
Folks, you want to know what it's like to be a Comet, what it means to be a Comet? It's called back checking. And here we go. Shot wide, goes into the corner, picked up by Marley Johnson, another freshman, over to Addie Parent. Parent up to another freshman, Haley Lanfear.
Is this a true freshman line?
Yeah, no, we got Addie Parent, who's a junior out there, and Jillian Matthews is a junior. So 3 freshmen, 2 juniors, and our senior netminder. But the Comet coaches, no fear. They're going to go the whole bench.
You can't. You got to use everybody. You can't burn out your top guns. And
Got some pressure here, and there's another Hirschberg attempt on Montgomery. Great job by McKenna stacking the pads. Shot through the crowds. Montgomery stick safe to her glove. Here you go, Mr. Referee. Let's take a break and have a face-off. Look at McKenna. Way to go, McKenna.
I do like how South Burlington bounced back after that goal. They got some pressure on the Comets.
See anything right? Look at Hadia. She is just.
She's burnt.
She's gassed, and there's frustration. Hadia's working her tail off, but there's just Comets are just there. Julian with Alexander on a draw. Alexander with another face-off win to Smith. Smith around to Castor. Past Castor to Ferraro going to the blue line, trying to keep it out, but it gets put back in by the Wolves. Castor behind the net, doing chase to Julian. Pushes it right past her, and here's Amber Paquette coming out. She's got Billy Ferraro. Ferraro steps through. Oh!
That was a nice play.
That was a step through the D, freed herself up.
And then she scored herself.
She hit the post, it hit the other post, she fell, and went in the net with the ball.
Yeah, she scored herself too.
Is that 2 goals?
I should say 3. Post to post and then yourself.
Hey, town of Bakersfield, wake up. That was one of your own right there. Lily Ferraro drives all the way in every day to school. Will, our cameraman, is from Bakersfield. You got to go over and knock on Lily's door there. Nice job, Lily Ferraro. She goes over and hits the easy sign. I was telling the people last game, Joe, that they took the easy sign away when I played.
Did they have an easy sign when you played?
Well,
that's new school.
There was a sign over there.
It just said probably BFA on it.
I said, Dave, you, a couple bad words. But I ended up in the parking lot the first time I had glass. They don't make glass they make better glass now.
South Burlington just called the timeout.
6 minutes, 42 seconds left. Comets are leading.
Smart play by the South Burlington coach. Call a timeout. Get your players settled.
So we got a beautiful goal. Worked hard by Ferraro.
That line's been flying all night.
Yeah, it's been fun. Hey, I got a couple shout-outs here. Some people are reaching out, and we got a lot of fans. There's over 200 people watching this game, which is impressive. And one of those people is Jennifer Smith. She's watching this from...
Hey, correction. Over 250.
55?
255.
I used to be 55. That was last year. But Jen Smith, I know her well. She's watching this game, and thanks for watching, Jen, and tuning in. And make sure you reach out to Northwest Access and tell them you love the broadcasters.
Well, at least one.
This is Joe, you gotta come more.
I know.
Get the numbers.
I know.
Brunet pushes the puck through on a draw off Parent, but it goes right to Matthews. Matthews tries to kick it out, but Brunet picks it up again. She's on fire. Look at the speed she's got right now. Throwing one at Montgomery. Montgomery stacked the pads again, kept it out. Mia Delory charging the blue line, goes back to front net. Brunet's there. Look at the speed Brunet's got right now.
Yeah, that timeout refreshed them for a minute, but the thing is how long can you ride it?
No, the trainer pulled out the smelling salts, and there we go. Let's wake up, kids. And she's got some pop. Puck comes back to the blue line. Pressure right there by Kate Storms with an S. Kate does a great job pressuring Gordon. And there it comes out of the zone. Mia Delory's right there. Number 13, BFA Athlete of the Week. Great honor, Mia, senior. Puck gets picked up by Jillian Matthews. Wow, that was one of those.
That was a weird.
Just went off her stick weakly, and it came back out, and there was Sabrina Brunet to keep it in. But that one comes out by the work of Addie Parent. Gordon picks it up in the Rebel zone, throwing it back down, and there's Brunet on the far blue line, floating.
Guess who's back? Callie Cushion.
Look at the back check. Here's guess who's back.
Bree Jarvis.
Look at the wheels. She takes her wide, and she's got Pat Frady's right there. Let her get the head up and get that puck over. Look at Hadia Meds deep behind Matthews, but that puck's going to go for icing.
Yeah.
So you got to
the defense is going to have to start looking behind them a little more often to make sure there's not a floater or two.
So John Lovett just reached out, my tax man. He said that he reminded me there was no glass when I played chicken wire. So I didn't break the glass, Joe.
No, you broke the chicken wire?
No, I got stuck in it. They lost a jersey. They had to pull me. It was, like
grating cheese?
Well, no, you throw Nerf balls you wear the Nerf suit, Velcro. I looked like a little fat kid stuck on the net. So coach said, don't do it again, Jackson. Should stop the game for 5 minutes. Here comes Jarvis wheeling around the top. She's going to back it. I knew she'd do that to Marley Johnson. Johnson threw a crowd off a tip. Cushion picks it up, throws it back in front of the net. And there's Gabby Frady's, but she's tied up with a couple Wolves. I think that was picked up by Kylie Burke trying to come out of the zone. It does not. But here comes Bartlett, that backhands it to center ice, to number 5 for the Wolves. It's a new number. I don't believe it's on the program. It's on your program, Sawyer Bailey, not on my program.
Do you have the old one?
I do have the old one. I save everything. I'm like Mike Cabral, I'll tell you, he saves every piece of paper they made. Mike Cabral, my father-in-law, he's home in Colchester watching his youngest daughter, Emily Haig's kids, because Emily just had a baby. She brought another female hockey player into this world, and it scares me already. She'll probably skate better than me in a month.
Well, Dave, I hate to be bearer of bad news. It's probably not hard to skate better than you right now.
Oh, I'd surprise you. That's what I mean.
Oh, I said right now.
Straight line's fine.
It's the zigzags.
Oh, I hate crossovers. Brunet takes it behind the net, chips it high off the glass, looking for Ahmed up ice, but it comes back in, and there's Brunet picking up on our own blue line, trying to step through Lily Ferraro and Marie Alexander, and I'm going to tell you, it's not going to happen. Amber Paquette picks up the dirt, throws it out of the zone.
That was close. That was close.
They're pretty liberal on the outsides, I think, tonight. Here's Paquette again, stepping through the fatigue right there.
Yeah, you can tell.
This. Here she's got some room. Penalty shot. Penalty shot.
No, she wasn't taking the shot.
Yes, she was.
No, she wasn't.
Joke, she was.
No, she wasn't.
Okay, no penalty shot. That would have been fun.
It would have been fun to watch. Yeah. Most definitely. But
Amber, tell him
I'm trying to be neutral.
Amber, tell the ref you were shooting. You're an honest girl. I mean, I won't get away with that. You won't get away with that.
No, I wouldn't.
But that was a frustration penalty, fatigue penalty.
Yeah, no, I think with 4 minutes left, you may see a couple more fatigue penalties coming South Burlington's way.
Yeah.
You know, unfortunately.
Your cousin, Mr. Bliss, just reached out and said your easy sign was in the locker room. I love that. Bliss face off one by Alexander, back to Jarvis. Jarvis throws one, scaring some people in front. 3:46 left in the period. Callie Cushion picks up, hits Alexander on the far blue line. Alexander retreats, comes back, hits Jarvis. Jarvis is at center ice, pressured by Julian. She wheels, gets her speed built up, and she's back in the zone. Kylie Burke chasing her in the corner. She's not going to win that race. Behind the net, she's going to come up. She's going to hit Cushion off a bounce pass off the boards. Ooh, great job by Callie to hold that in because Brunet was on the way. Cushion to Jarvis. Jarvis over to Alexander. Alexander's going to let one go right here, and she does. Nice shot by Ray.
So, in D1 girls hockey, how often have you seen the power play have 2 forwards on defense and not 1 forward and 1 defenseman?
Ever since I played hockey at BFA and before that, this is the umbrella they've ran. Coach Coffey played with me. He was younger than I am, but they've always had this power play umbrella. And here we go, Hadi Ahmed on a breakaway. Cushion looking to pass Jarvis, and Ahmed intercepts, throws one over Montgomery's shoulder. 3-1. Hey, you know what, McKenna? Keep your head high, girl. You can't get them all, but that was that's a pass you got to be careful with.
It is, and you know that goes back to my comment. I'm not saying a defenseman would not made that pass.
Yeah.
But a defenseman would have been a little more cautious probably than a forward, because the forward is looking at it differently.
Yeah. She looked across. She thought she had Jarvis, and
she did for a brief second. She did.
Ahmed jumped on it. Here comes Paquette taking the puck in the zone off the wind draw. Goes in low. Burke falls off Paquette. Paquette comes out to Jarvis. Jarvis one-time slap shot into the pads. A bunch of body. Here's Cushion. Cushion throws one. Hits by Paquette in the leg. Paquette behind the net with it. Comes back up to Alexander. Alexander's got the puck. Plenty of room. Skating in. Lets one fly. She's got such a sneaky little wrist shot. Just goes a little high. Over to Cushing on the rebound. Cushing sends it deep. Riley Richards picks it up in the corner. People are playing off her. She hits out Jarvis right in the top. Jarvis lets one fly. Saved by Tolbrock. Picked up by Arley. Arley goes back up to Alexander. Alexander Jarvis back to Alexander. Alexander steps in. Throws one in off a leg. 2:22 left. 29 left in the penalty. Jarvis at the top of the umbrella. Back over to Cushion. Cushion throws one on net. Save.
That was deflected by South Burlington too.
We have people all the way in Cabo, Mexico, watching us. Dave and Jean Shea, parents of Ayla Shea, my all-time favorite power play girl who park in front of the net and just draw penalty after penalty. Hello, Dave and Jean. Put the sunscreen on Dave. You don't want him to blister. Here comes Brunet off the face-off, pushing through and trying to make some room. Great job by Ferraro, slowing her down, keeping her wide. Behind the goal line goes Brunet, comes back up to Julian at the blue line, over to Burke. Good pressure by Gabby. Frady's keeping it low. Puck comes in off a couple bodies and pushed to the corner by Montgomery. Montgomery didn't even make the save, but she comes out and picks a loose puck up and whacks it. Good job in McKenna, good presence. Ahmed and Frady's over there along the boards. Frady's is giving Ahmed the business, keeping her wide. Puck is now in the corner, going to be picked up by number 7, Gordon. Good pressure by the Comets, keeping it off the center of the ice. Addie Parent, Jillian Smith. Puck comes back up to Jillian at the blue line. Over to Burke. Burke's got a little room, tries to throw, but there's Frady's pressuring her. And a lot of Comet bodies just keeping the puck out. And here's Jillian.
Oh, just too far for Bree.
Goalie was pulled, and we got a Wolf down. The goalie was pulled, but Matthews tries to hit Bree on a home run. I think if Jillian Matthews would have looked up and saw that the net was empty, she might not have made it.
Addie Parent came off something, got her in the neck or something with a stick or something, so she came off, and when she came off, it opened up Bree.
Yeah. And who do you want Bree Jarvis behind you? No.
No, not really.
There isn't a back checker made that's going to catch up to her. My mom is down the road here in Upper Weldon watching a new puppy we have. Mary Paul Jackson, thank you for your efforts. I could not be here as relaxed as I am doing this game without knowing you're there with our pup. Comets are doing a great job pressuring the blue line on the Wolves, and it comes out. And here goes Ray Alexander throwing one. Does it have a chance? It does! Empty netter. Ray Alexander.
For a minute, I didn't think that was going to have a chance the way it was rolling. It was pretty slow.
Ray, knowing Ray, she's acting like her dad. She put the puck up on edge on purpose and slapped it down there and just saw if it could roll straight. Rolled like a true die right into that net. 4-1 Comets. Minute 3 left. They're going to keep Tolbrock out. They're not even going to keep her in for the face-off. So no, they're going to put her back in, but the Wolves have got to pull somebody off the ice. That's not even Tolbrock they put back in net either. So that would be number 30. Elisa McLean is now in net for the Wolves. Addie Parent with the puck, crossing in, throws one towards the net, but goes wide. Going to be picked up by Bartlett off the weird hop right back.
Yeah, that's been a lot of weird hops.
Here's Merrim again, throws one. Oh, we got Merrim again. Sniper School is open, folks. She threw that one under the crossbar. What a wrist shot. Number 17.
I kind of feel bad for the Wolves. You take out one goalie, you put another one in, she comes in cold, and you got to face a team like this.
And Merrim again from the blue line. She's been great all year. But, hey, I don't know if Alex Abrami is going to watch our broadcast later to check on his stats. But, Alex, I told you, teams from Franklin County can play hockey. Welcome to St. Albans, sir. 5-1 Comet lead, 46.5 seconds left. Face-off won by the Callie Cushion. Back to McGinn up ice, looking for Lanfear, but picked up by Brunet, brought back in. But there's Cushion right there on the back.
Cushing's been all over.
I mean, there's all kinds of cushions on the ice. You got Callie and Corey, and they're both doing a great job. Callie much better than Corey.
Yeah, I was going to say Callie's player of the game out of those two.
Yeah, Callie and Kylie Burke battle, and Kylie Burke wins that battle, throws it towards the common end, but McGinn picks it up over to Marley Johnson. Johnson skates it in the blue line. She's going to let one rip herself. Blocked down by Bartlett. Bartlett takes it behind the net. 14 seconds left, and we're going to have a Comet victory in 11 seconds here. They're throwing around, coming up the boards. It's going to be kept in by Braylon Fitzgerald, and Callie Cushion is going down low. The Wolves have just stopped skating.
Yeah.
Here we are, folks. The Lady Comets are celebrating, and they're heading to the dock.
What's that, March 7th, 6 o'clock?
Oh, I would have to look at my calendar. I don't ever really look that far. When you're 56 years old,
trust me.
Look at
March 7th, 6 o'clock.
At my age, you don't look at future dates, Joe. You're just happy you wake up the next morning.
D1 boys play at 8.
So there you are, folks. Your Lady Comets, #1 seed in the state, playing against a 4-seed team with pretty much identical records. They just don't have the horses that the Comets have. The Comets played within themselves the whole game.
When you're going up against a team with 2 lines, and then you have that third line to fill her in, and they work just as hard as the first 2 lines.
Yeah.
And now you're going against the South Burlington Wolves team that has 1 line, or part of a line.
Part of a line. I mean, they got some hard-working athletes out there.
No, they do. And South Burlington worked hard. There's no question about it. I mean, it's just the Comets wore them down. And what happens when you get wore down? you end up making mistakes, and mistakes cost you goals, and that's what happened.
And that's the difference when these girls here will line up in the fall for their tryouts, and the Comets will have 25, 30 girls on the ice trying out, and they got to make cuts.
Yep.
Not a lot of schools have to do
No,
that. And
especially in girls hockey.
there's my daughter right down there getting hugged by her Shamrock coach. They'll be playing next weekend in regionals in Exeter, New Hampshire. Great day for the Comets, sporting their new jerseys. Big win, hard-fought game. Both teams kept this exciting. Sabrina Brunet giving her respects to the coaches. Her parents, Veronica and Elaine, are just dearly dreaded this last game. They've loved following their daughter around all over the country playing hockey. She's a tremendous player in person, and her parents are too. So
Yep.
shout out to you guys. And great win for the Comets. Here's Jeff Rullo, big thumbs up. Happy coach. Joe Severy, thanks a lot.
Hey,
This was
not a
fun.
problem. Hey, don't forget, if you guys want to watch some youth hockey, come to Norwich this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. SASA's got 5 teams there.
You know what? We could probably, if there's enough people, give me a shout. We'll put a bus together. Well, maybe a 4-person bus, whatever fit my truck. And Northfield, Kreitzberg Arena, it's a beautiful venue.
Yep.
And the Vasha Hockey sets it up right. It's really fun. The kids just have this big time hockey experience.
Yeah, no, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun weekend. Going to have a lot of good games, I have a feeling, so it should be good.
Yeah. But great game by the Comets. All the players stepped up. The neutral zone control was wonderful. I just love seeing them play a complete game today, and they needed to against this team. And they did, and they kept the Wolves off of Montgomery fairly well. But when they couldn't, Montgomery was up for the task.
Yep.
The one goal that got past her was just a snipe shot on a breakaway by one of the top players in state, Hadi Ahmed.
That's going to be hard to beat either way.
Yeah.
But, hey, it's been a pleasure, as always. This team's going to be fun to watch in the championship game.
Thanks a lot, Joe.
Hey, no problem. Thank you.
We can do this again next year, just let me know.
Yeah, no, I'm totally game.
I'm hearing we're breaking records. I think we'll probably have to step over to MVU tomorrow, but I think Morgan will do a good job over there. but this is Dave Jackson, Joe Severy. And before I sign off, I want to reach out to my sponsors again. This broadcast would not be possible without our community partners, St. Kitts Northwestern Rehab Services, Sticks and Stuff, Swanton Lumber, Northwest Council and Support Services, Afterglow, Stone's Auto Repair in St. Albans, East Fairfield locations, Notch Vermont, JC Image, Union Bank, and the Collins Purley Sports and Fitness Center. And if your business would like to support the efforts of Northwest Access TV to help broadcast the games of Franklin County athletes, contact us at 802-722-8676. And over the last 4 years, folks, Northwest Council and Sports Services has been in partnership with the Afterglow Foundation working to prevent suicide deaths in our community. If you're concerned about yourself or a loved one, there are people in our community that can help. Reach out to NCSS 24 hours a day on our confidential emergency service line, 802-524-6554. Then press 1, or you can just dial 988. One call can save a life. I don't believe we'll be able to do a live broadcast for the state championship game, but I believe Northwest Access will be there. They will do the same video production, and it will be available free of charge the next day or shortly after that. There is a subscription thing you can rent through a VPA, but if you can hold off a day to watch a truly great production in Northwest Access and the way they do it the best way, then we'll be there for you. Great job today on the camera, Will. Thanks a lot. And make sure you look up your Bakersfield neighbor, Lily Ferraro, and congratulate her on that goal. Dave Jackson saying have a good night, and thanks for watching. There we go. There we go. Thank you, Will.